Delhi, Lord Louis Mountbatten arrives to take up his appointment as India's Viceroy and Governor-General. At a crucial moment in India's history, the 47-year-old grandson of Queen Victoria becomes the 29th and last Viceroy. The first to hold the office was Viscount Canning in 1858, the 21st year of Queen Victoria's reign. To greet the new Viceroy come the Indian leaders. Pandit Nehru, Oxford-educated leader of the Congress Party, second only to Gandhi. With Nehru, Muslim Abdul Azad, head of the influential Congress Party. Leaving Delhi's Viceregal Lodge is Lord Wavell, outgoing Viceroy. To the Governor-General's bodyguard, Field Marshal Wavell bids farewell. During his term of office, Britain made the decision to leave India. Now it is for Indian leaders to decide the future of their country. Through Karachi's streets drives the Quaid-e-Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Pakistan's first Governor-General. It's Karachi's first day of independence, and the crowds are out to greet him and Earl Mountbatten. On his last day as Viceroy, he is here to inaugurate the transfer of power. To the members of Pakistan's first Constituent Assembly, Lord Louis reads a message from the King proclaiming the new dominion. Britain and Pakistan part as friends, he said, both members of the British Commonwealth of Nations. "600 miles away in Delhi, Independence Day was also a day of rejoicing. Tumultuous crowds filled the streets, celebrating, singing and laughing. Police were called out many times to restore order, where everyone ran wild with joy. Outside the Constituent Assembly, crowds again broke through the police cordon. From the balcony of the building, Pandit Nehru, India's first Premier, urges the crowd to let the procession move through. Earl Mountbatten's car was surrounded by thousands of wildly cheering people. In the afternoon, the Mountbattens, with their daughter Pamela, took part in the festivities. Only 6 months ago, ex-SEAC Chief Lord Louis was appointed Viceroy. Today, we recognize that the friendly, understanding manner which made him so popular a service commander helps him to face yet another task, to be the first Governor-General of the new Indian Dominion. In London, the flags of the new Indian Union flutter over the headquarters of India and Pakistan. An era has ended, a new epoch begins. A subcontinent larger than the whole of Europe becomes two self-governing dominions within the British Commonwealth of Nations. After less than a century under the British Crown, India's most crucial hour has struck. 5 months ago, Earl Wavell left Delhi to be succeeded by Earl Mountbatten. Under Queen Victoria's great-grandson, the transfer of power is completed. Pandit Nehru, Congress leader, is India's Prime Minister. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Muslim chief, becomes Pakistan's Governor-General. Baldev Singh takes over India's defense. Liaquat Ali Khan is Pakistan's first Premier. The Nawab of Bhopal is one of the princes who has joined the Indian Union. Mahatma Gandhi, the 78-year-old mystic, stands inscrutable and aloof. Today, the fate of 400 million Indians is in the hands of these leaders. During the past 200 years, the British gave India law and order. They built roads and railways. They irrigated the lands. But India's future welfare largely depends upon communal harmony. 40 million Muslims will live in India, 18 million Hindus in Pakistan. Stirred by intense religious passion, communal strife has shed much blood. It still continues. Can Hindus and Muslims live peacefully together? In India, nearly everyone is hungry. When they are too frail to beg, they die. And each year, famine claims 7 million. Economically, India and Pakistan are interdependent. Success of the new regimes may ultimately depend on whether India's leaders can improve rapidly the general standard of living. To people like these, the heart of India, the word freedom is empty. To the average Indian, his rulers mean little. Democracy is just a word unheard of by the majority. This is the real challenge to Nehru and to Jinnah. Britain has fulfilled her mission. It is for India herself now to make her destiny. 21 years of independence for India. And in the footsteps of her father, Pandit Nehru, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister, was watched by thousands as she walked the same path that 21 years earlier he had followed with Lord Mountbatten to unfurl for the first time the Indian national flag. Along the ramparts of the historic Red Fort, she greeted diplomats from other countries and leading figures from Indian national life. Then came the proud moment as she prepared to unfurl the tricolour. India had come of age, but Mrs. Gandhi, addressing the nation later, reminded them of the many difficulties they faced. Despite the farmers' efforts to increase food output, there was still hunger. She deplored the strikes and student demonstrations and said there must be unity.